What we've built at ZeroKey is a web extension. Now, web extensions sit at the top of web browsers. In our case, there'll be a blue smiley face. And as soon as you select the blue smiley face, the web extension will open like a sidebar. Now, the reason we have gone with this approach is because we want client data at the fingertips of financial advisors. We want them to have easy access to their clients' data, regardless of what web page they are working on. Across the top will sit your active integrations. In this case, we have IntelliFlow, CashCalc, Fintegrate, and Transact. You can, of course, add more or different integrations if you wish. Basically, whatever tech stack you use, you can integrate with and utilize as a source of data. So, for example, if you want to switch Transact for Aviva, or integrate with brand new tech that has just entered the market, such as Advisory AI, or even integrate with an accountancy-based software, such as Sugar CRM, you can. But for the purpose of this demo, we're going to revert back to our original tech stack and utilize IntelliFlow as our primary source of data. Now, as soon as we select IntelliFlow, we'll be able to search for clients stored within our back office. In this case, we're searching for example client. Now, as soon as we select example client, ZeroKey will immediately pull all the data you have stored within IntelliFlow for that particular client and present it within the web extension for you to view. It's important to note that we do not store any client data. Instead, we simply act as the conduit. We pull it in from source, present it, and enable it to be pushed to a new destination. And a destination could literally be anywhere. It could be a Word document, for example. You may have a table with an empty field which needs populating. Well, on the right-hand side, we've just expanded the client's basic details. And what you can do is simply find the data you need, in this case a national insurance number, copy, and then paste it into the Word document. Now, this has only saved you 5 seconds or so, but it's eliminated the need for you to manually key this data whilst also retaining the data's integrity. We're now going to move on to CashCalc. Now, it's likely you'll want example client in here also. So to help, what we've built are quick actions. Now, a desktop notification has just appeared at the top right-hand side, informing us that a quick action is available. Now, what we're going to do is open up the web extension, go to the quick actions, it says one is available, and there we go, we have the option to add as a client. Now, what's going to happen is ZeroKey will immediately pull all the necessary data from IntelliFlow and push this into CashCalc, creating the client in the process. Again, this has only saved you 12 seconds or so, but it's eliminated the need for you to manually key this data whilst also retaining its integrity. Next, for the purpose of implementation, we're going to go to Transact. Now, the start of the new application process has an empty form, but of course what we can do is populate this form using the web extension. Again, there's a desktop notification informing us that there is time saving to be had. So we're going to open up the web extension, select Quick Actions, and then select the option to populate this form. We're going to highlight both sections for you now, try to keep an eye on both, and there you go, the form has been filled without any manual data entry, saving you roughly 10 seconds in the process. Not a huge amount of time, but time saved nonetheless, and it all adds up when you take into account an advisor and power planner over the course of a week, a month, and a year. We're now going to go to Fintegrate for analysis and head straight to the existing policies section. As you can see, this page is currently empty. Again, a desktop notification has just appeared informing us that a quick action is available. Now, once we open up the web extension, we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to change our data source to Transact because that is where the data is stored. So we're going to go to Transact, search for example client, and again, as soon as we select example client, ZeroKey will immediately pull all the data you have stored within Transact for that particular client and present it for you to view. You can now, if you wish, utilize the copy and paste functionality, or the quick actions. We're going to use the available quick actions, which will, once selected, immediately pull the policy from Transact along with the fund information and push that into Fintegrate. It's important to highlight that throughout this entire process, we've only ever had one tab open. We haven't had multiple tabs or multiple screens open at any time. And that's the purpose of ZeroKey. We want client data at the fingertips of financial advisors so they can move it from A to B with ease and without any manual data entry.